Hey everyone, Buzz Burline here with Kingfisher Kayak Adventures and Team New Canoe. Welcome back to my channel. As a kayak fishing guide and tournament angler, I love helping people get the most out of life by enjoying the outdoors. And in today's video, I have a great tool organization tip that I think will help you maximize your time catching fish. You know, I've never seen anyone else talk about this before, but it helped me become more efficient on the water. It's super simple, low cost, and it's a unique way of managing my critical tools that I need quickly and I like to have at arm's length. So if you're tired of kayak clutter or wasting time and you just want to see your fishing tools last longer, this video is for you. But before we get into that, I'd like to invite you to subscribe to my channel, give a big thumbs up, and comment on this video. It encourages me to keep sharing these tips, tricks, and adventures on the water. Thanks in advance, and stay tuned. Let's talk about the challenge of keeping your kayak organized. One of the best parts of my New Canoe Unlimited is the open and clean platform that gives me plenty of room and a safe place to stand up, move around, and manage catching those big bass. And if you're like me, you probably have some crucial tools like pliers, scissors, and cutters somewhere in your kayak. And in the past, I've had them in various places, from small braid trimmers attached to my PFD to my pliers in my Yak Attack BlackPak Pro fishing crate, and my cutters in my Ingle cooler. Sometimes, when I needed these tools, I had a hard time finding them quickly because they're buried in the bottom of my crate or my cooler. I tried attaching them with custom tool holders mounted on the kayak tracks, but I find they still got in the way. Even the smallest lanyards attaching the tools would snag my line, lures, and net, and as a tournament angler, I did not want the pain of fighting and losing a big fish because of more things getting in the way on the deck. The worst part, the tools get wet and rusty being exposed to the elements, and if you're in a public place, someone could swipe your gear when you're not looking. So today, I'm going to show you how to solve all of these problems with a simple, low-cost hack that will keep your tools secure, dry, and easily accessible while reducing some clutter and minimizing the risk of theft. Here it is. I've taken rare earth neodymium cup magnets, that's these powerful little guys, and installed them underneath the lid of my fishing crate. Now, instead of fumbling around for pliers or scissors, I can quickly grab whatever I need with one hand, and these magnets hold everything in place, especially when I'm on the move and even during a hard close of the lid. Installing these magnets is super easy. I bought waterproof rare earth cup magnets that have a countersunk hole in them. Now, these are 1 1/4 inch in diameter with a 110-pound pulling force. I'll talk more about pulling force later in the video because it's really an important aspect to consider. But a packet of 6 magnets cost me about $10 on Amazon, and they come with a 3/4 inch wood screw and adhesive tabs if you decide you want to do it on flat surfaces without the screw. The screw diameter fits very well into the gridlock system of the fishing crate, but I would caution that the length of the screws were slightly long, so I had to use the cutters and nip about 1/8 of an inch off the tip to make sure the screw didn't penetrate the lid on the other side. So with so many attachment points in this crate, you have all sorts of ways to customize the placement of your tools. All you need is a screwdriver, you pick a spot in the lid, screw in the magnets, and bam, you've got yourself a secure spot to attach your fishing scissors, pliers, or cutters without any mess. And because these magnets are so strong, your tools stay in place. No more tools getting in the way on the deck or bouncing around in the bottom of your crate or your cooler. And since everything is under the lid and out of the elements, you've decreased their exposure to water and rust, and that's going to increase the longevity of your tools. There are a few other things to consider when using rare earth magnets. First, if you tend to have slippery fingers, this might not be the solution for you. There's no leash on your tools, so there is a slight chance your pliers or your scissors could go overboard if you fumble them after pulling them from the magnet. Second, there are a wide variety of sizes and pull force ratings on rare earth magnets. Pull force is essentially the holding power or the strength with which the magnet can attract and hold an object. You'll need to judge carefully just how much power and the size you need for what you're trying to hold. As I mentioned before, these are 110-pound pull force, and they seem to be just right for my use. Now, I do have a word of caution about rare earth magnets. They have a very high pulling force for their size. These are not your everyday iron alloy magnets and should be handled with care. I would keep them away from children and from pets. They are potentially dangerous. They have pinched and torn skin that can get between the strong attraction of the magnets, and even fragments of a broken earth magnet can be harmful, and especially if they're accidentally swallowed by a child or a pet. It would be considered an emergency, and it usually means immediate surgery is required because of the damage it does to the digestive tract. But assuming you handle these magnets with care and common sense, I think the neodymium magnets in your Yak Attack BlackPak Pro fishing crate makes a lot of sense and is an awesome organizational option for your tools and equipment. So there you have it, guys. A simple yet brilliant hack that keeps your tools organized, accessible, and secure, all while reducing clutter, reducing rust, and making your kayak setup cleaner and more efficient. And the best part, of course, is the hack only costs a few bucks and takes a few minutes to install. So if you found this tip helpful, don't forget to give a thumbs up and make sure to subscribe to the channel for more kayak fishing hacks and gear tips. And let me know in the comments if you've ever tried using these magnets like this before, or if you have other cool kayak fishing hacks that you might want to share. We're all about learning from each other. Thanks again for watching, and as always, stay hooked, stay safe, and I'll see you out on the water.